structures built on the canal path in Itiosa local government area brought to ground zero. The Lagos State Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, and his team are to continue the enforcement of building law, and more buildings are likely to go down as the structures have completely blocked the Ikate Canal, causing flooding in the area.
That since 2016, they've been notifying the community that these buildings are being built on a pipeline, and FAN specifically requested, going back and forth to LAPSCA, asking them to please come and tell these people to remove their buildings because of the pipeline. But as factual as we've seen all the various angles, there's always a part of, is there a human face to demolition? Is there, can government wear a human face when it comes to stuff like this? Where people...
Hello, beautiful investors. So today I'm just going to be ranting about what's going on in Lagos State, and that is demolition of houses. Now there's a lot of talk about, the political side of things, that the Lagos State government is destroying properties because of some tribalistic reason.
And the person had been consistently sending me messages about the fact that there is an anti-Igbo agenda in Lagos. Wow. And I've always replied the person and say, no, it's not there. Then he sent a message. He said, the video of that woman that first went viral, and he said, Rockview Estate at Jawo, Lagos, under demolition. You can see the tribal decay in this country will never stop. This is an Igbo stronghold. And one of the areas Peter will be won by a landslide. Now see the retaliation by Lagos State government. Are we still want Nigeria? The answer is big no. The caption of this video was forwarded to me by one person or even another person forwarded it to me. So obviously somebody without any information, you take a video, put a caption that is divisive and push it into different WhatsApp group. Then somebody without investigation forwarded it to another person over and over again, and you keep sharing. The damage of wrong information is too huge. Yeah. It will go far, and the news of the right information will not get there.
But if you look closely, 98% of those property, if not all, do not have proper documentation. Now let me explain this. Lagos State has what it calls their master plan. And you see this master plan, most developers with integrity adhere to the master plan of Lagos. And the plan includes committed lands that are committed for particular purposes, the layout of Lagos, the drainage patterns, and things like that.
On this canal part, on the canal itself, must be removed. That's what we're just trying to do. We are removing the nuisance, and you must have noticed as we remove them, we're creating the canal path.
What some dubious developers did is this, or most of them are individuals or group of people or families who claim to have gotten that land through ancestral, passed down. So they say that maybe like in 1848, the Oba as at that time gifted them, or they are the members of the royal family, and this is their portion of the land, and they have no proof for it. And the Lagos State already has a plan for Lagos State.
Government can come any day and take that property.
And you see, because most people don't go in depth when buying a land, they tend to fall for traps. Now, here are some of the things that you can do before getting any land or any property. Number one, even before the title, I'll come to the title, because even those land that were demolished, they have titles, and most of these titles, if you go and verify, they are fake titles. They were gotten through the back door. So let me explain what I'm trying to say. Take the scenarios of two properties, property A and property B. Now, property A was gotten from a developer who has gone through all the processes to make sure that that property has no issues with it. Now, because they've gone through all the processes, they've settled the family who owns that land, they've gone through the Lagos State government's master plan to make sure that where they are building has no issue and is not committed to any government project.
You have, like, Lagos State now has their Lagos State plan of every area covered there. They have a proper blueprint of how they want Lagos to be in the coming years.
And this is Lagos. They've also settled those that they need to settle. Now, because of that, the price of this land or house in that particular location is a little bit higher. So let's say, for example, the price of that land or house is 100 million naira. Then we have developer B, who sold you that same size of land for 25 million naira. And he claims that land belongs to their family and nobody is related to one person who is the cousin of the Oba and things like that. And because people are swayed by price, rather than buy from this guy who has gone through all the difficult process in making sure that there is no issue with that land, they buy from this guy who just goes to the back door, gets a fake document that is not in the database of the Lagos State government, and they bring it to you with one fake signature from one non-existent Oba, and they say, this is the document, and you don't bother to check, and because this is 25 million and this is 100 million naira, you go for 25 million naira. You are planning destruction for your land in the future. So when something is too good to be true, look for the average price of that particular thing, especially when it's the price of real estate. Lekki Phase 1 has an average price for properties. A 2-bedroom apartment in Lekki is at an average of at least 85 million naira to 100 million naira. If you get a 2-bedroom apartment for 50 or 60 million naira in Lekki Phase 1, that is already too good to be true. And with that, the sirens, the alarm are supposed to be ringing in your head and saying, don't even go for it. When it's too good to be true, do your due diligence with a lawyer. Another thing I will always advise people to do before buying any property, stop looking at prices. Look at past records of the developers. Look at the integrity of the developers. Then look at the capacity of the developers. Now that last one is just in case there is any issue with that property. Do they have the capacity to pay you back your money or give you something better? There are 3 or 4 developers that I can beat my full chest and tell you that buy from them. In no particular order: Landmark, Xylos Homes, Gracias, Veritasi. Now there are others, but these are my top 4. Integrity matters to them a lot, a whole lot. Yes, their products might be slightly higher than what it is in the market, and that's because they've gone through all the processes needed in making sure that you are buying something that is legit and you're not putting yourself in future legal battles. So if you have any issue with any of these developers that I've mentioned in the past, put it on the comment section below. I will be very happy to hear from you. And also, if you have had any bad experience with any developers in the past, also let me know. I would like to hear your story, and so that other people will learn from it, because real estate in Nigeria, it's a very, very tough game, and if you are not careful, you will be taken for a ride, and at the end of the day, there's nothing you can really do about it. Sometimes, especially if you do not have the capacity to hire a good lawyer, it's just best to buy safe, despite the fact that it might be a little bit more expensive for you. Choose a payment plan. Pay over a period of 1 year, 18 months, rather than waiting, rather than buying cheap and putting yourself in future legal battles. So, till I come your way again, my name is Anthony. For the best in real estate, this is it.
and take it to your lagoon.
Take down. Just
Take
cut
it
it
down.
down.
I can't compensate you for an illegality in the first place. You should even be compensating the government for letting me deploy taxpayers' resources to clear that part. The erosion will always be daring to come and pull down your property. But the owner of the house only you need bathroom. So that's what we're doing. We are pushing back, and we're going to push back irrespective of whose ox will be God.
The Lagos state government says it is determined to put an end to all forms of illegal act that may affect the safety of everyone.